In today's video we are talking about how long does it take to become a grant writer, and is it hard, right? We're going to be covering all of those questions and more. How you can earn a certificate, in 30 days or less. Truly, you can do this. We're going to be talking about then what happens often after you get certified. Totally normal, but really helps to be prepared for it, so you're not stuck in the valley of despair wondering what the heck is going on. And then a couple other tips that I want to share with you so that you have a super successful journey as you get into grant writing. All right, let's hit it. All right, number one, getting certified. Not necessary. You can learn everything the hard way, truly. But if you watch the previous video we've released on this topic, essentially we really advise that you shorten the learning curve by finding some program that works for your style and getting certified. So there's a lot of different programs out there. Ours is called the Grant Writing Unicorn Method. You can take the technical portion of that training, which is grant writing from start to funded, in 30 days or less, frankly. Some people just Netflix binge, do it in a week. Others have a lot more going on that they're juggling and it takes them 2 months. Whatever, you earn it, you got it, right? You have your technical training to stand upon, which is huge. So that then leads to, you'll get mailed your certificate, you've got it, you know more than you realize. But this is what happens if you've heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect. So essentially this, on this axis is confidence, so low confidence, high confidence. And then this is competence. So low competence, higher competence. So when you get certified, often, whether it's with us or anyone else, you feel freaking awesome, right? Like your confidence is so high, but let's be real, your competence is low till you gain more paid experience. So what ends up happening? Boom, you fall into what's called the valley of despair. Now, here's the problem. This is where every other certificate program out there says, here you go, see you later, goodbye, and then you fall into the valley of despair by yourself and you might never write a grant. You get totally overwhelmed, you feel like crap. Honestly, it's a terrible place. We have the horror stories from other people that have joined our program. But we know this happens, so we built a program around it. This is normal, and the reality is you're actually developing a lot of competence by going through this humble process. Like it's totally normal. And over time you learn, okay, what are the questions I need to ask? Submitting your work to us during a coaching call and we'll review your narrative, give you feedback on a budget, right? Whatever. So you continue to go through this process. The other thing is you don't always even know what you need at the beginning. So our program is structured as 5 modules. Module 1, 2, and 3 are your technical training, right? Get to the end of 3, you've earned your certificate. Seriously, you've earned it. Module 4 is about how you find clients and get paid. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Module 5 is all about project management, managing not only you, right, but your projects, especially because you've got a lot else going in your life, right? Maybe a family, another full-time job. You're trying to pull off this career transition. It's a lot, right? And the thing is, you don't really care about project management right here. You're like, I'm good to go. But you sure as heck care about it over here, and that's actually when you're demonstrating high competence and high confidence. So that's why we structured our program as a year-long membership to give you that support through the journey. Because guess what? This does not happen overnight. It takes some time. You're gonna get here. You're gonna freaking rock it. This is when you are, let's see if I can draw a unicorn on the spot. This is when you are a grant writing unicorn, right? So it's super doable. You're gonna get there. But the reality is, this is the journey you're going to go through, and it's really helpful to know it. So when it happens, you don't freak out and just say, oh, that's where I'm at. I'm learning something new. Anything you set out to learn, you'll start to see this pattern happen. Totally normal, all good. Okay, so that segues us into number 3. So getting real experience. So I love this quote from my dad. He's a cowboy, so he uses, I call him his cowboyisms. They're just like little sayings that are wise. But here it is, one of them. You go to school for your ABCs, and then you go to work for the rest of the alphabet. What does that mean? We gain the bulk of our experience and our learnings from doing, touching, learning, right? So how do you do that? You gotta figure out how to start getting paid, preferably experience, as soon as possible. And we're really big on this. In fact, it's in Module 1, how you can get paid to do a funding strategy, helping a client figure out what grants they should go after so that you'll pay for your entire investment in becoming a grant writing unicorn in 3 months or less, right? So that's pretty rad. The idea there is that A, you're gaining confidence and you're gaining competence because you're getting real experience and you're getting freaking paid to do it, which is how we like it. Okay, then, and I guess I should also back up. So that's actually what Module 4 is about, which is the whole finding clients and getting paid. Now, if the word clients, freelancing is freaking you out, hold the phone and hear me out. So whether you want to land a new job, just side hustle, or go full enchilada consulting, it all starts with getting some freelancing experience, right? You never can win a job grant writing. They always require experience if you don't have any experience. So how do you get that? You freelance. I know it seems counterintuitive, but it freaking works. Okay, so that's what that's all about, and how if you choose to go the route of growing a business, we teach you all about what you need to know to scale your business, but we want you making $10,000 first before you even worry about setting up an LLC or any of that, okay? All right, so number 4, lifelong learning. So how long does it take it to become a grant writer? Well, look, you can get your certificate in 30 days. You can be up and running with paid clients ASAP. But the thing about grant writing, and that's why we like it so much, is that you don't ever master it, if you will. Like, you can master certain programs, you can master lots of things, don't get me wrong. But the thing is, you can go into harder projects. So I'll give you an example. I should link it below. So this is the story of Anna, and she started out volunteer grant writing. She wanted to get into grant writing. I knew she had it in her, encouraged her to try. And so she started doing $5,000, $10,000, a $25,000 grant was right for a local mountain bike association and for ski jumps. Well, fast forward, she lands a job with an engineering firm where she starts to write grants for infrastructure projects. And those are anywhere from, right, $500,000 to a couple $1 million grants. And she's stacking a bunch of them per project, right? So, woo, look at her. She made this huge leap. And now her mind has adjusted to that. She's looking for her next challenge. And she wants to work on mega projects like 25, 50, $100 million projects where the grant you're going after is 25 million, right? So the whole point is, she is still learning, she is still growing, expanding, being challenged, being wildly fulfilled, but she's building on her experience to get into those upper tiers. And you can do the same, my friend. Okay, so how long does it take to become a grant writer? You can do it in 30 days. Of course, it depends on what program you go through, but if you're trying to become a freelancer or land a new job, you like our model, you can do it really quickly. And then boom, you're off and running. You're gonna get some paid experience. You're gonna build your portfolio and build that life you love. Okay, that's it. If you like this video, hit subscribe, drop a question in the comments if you have any. And I'll link below the training video we have that I think you'll really enjoy, that actually breaks this down in a lot more detail about how you can really break into grant writing as a whole new and exciting career. Okay, that's it.